Hey, 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 come on into the room. Come on into the room. I'm out here again, y'all. Out here on this pavement. Getting it in. It's Monday. It's Motivational Monday. I'm out here putting in getting a little 2 mile walk in. Decided to bring you guys to come back in the room. Talk to my little friends, my virtual accountability partners, those who've been cheering me on while I'm getting back on track. I'm out here pushing myself on the pavement. How y'all day been? How you doing? Have you got your workout in for today? The sun ain't no joke out here. I had to make myself get out here and do what I needed to do. Cause truth of the matter is, sis wanted to go to the house and chill out. But I need to get up and get it done, so I made sure I just go ahead and push my way out here on this pavement. I'm out here at my local park, going for a 2 mile walk. Decided to bring you guys along with me for the journey. I went live this morning, and this morning in my room, it was all about motivation. And I'm trying to motivate my community to get up and get busy, do what's necessary. Thank you for the gifts of love. I appreciate you. Spreading love and kindness. That's awesome. Me too. Smile, a special surprise. Awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming into the room. Thank you for the love and for the support. I'm out here trying to get back on track. So many times, this year been a struggle for me mentally. So I've been trying since I'm out here trying to put it out here that I want to work out at least 3 days a week. I decided when I go work, hey sis, welcome into the room. When I go work out in the afternoon, I'll come and go live so you guys can join me. Thank you for getting your daily heart me. I appreciate you. So I'm out here on the pavement. Hello, hello, hello. This ain't no message. This just an encouragement, just to get you guys to get up and do what you gotta do. Come on. Let's get this work. Yeah. Yeah, I'm out here on a 2 mile walk. Decided to come out here and talk. So when I've been doing my 2 mile walk, been doing my exercise in the evening, I've been talking about my health and wellness journey and sharing the things that I experienced along the way with those people who maybe you're on the fence about trying to get started. You know, I shared my story and shared about how it was when I first started 10 years ago. I've been on my health and wellness journey, y'all, 10 whole years. It ain't been no straight line. I've been up and down. I started and I stopped, but nevertheless, it's still been 10 years ago when I made up in my mind I wanted to get up and take my life back. And so I don't know who might need to have that encouragement. But sometimes, you guys, you know, like I said, I had been on a sedentary lifestyle for 5 years. I've been sitting at home, working from home, not really doing much of nothing. Just happen to not even really look at it. Never really had stopped taking full pictures. Start just doing, headshots. You know how we do when we know we don't pick up weight and we really ain't proud of where we at. We do, all that photoshopping and all that other stuff to try to not to be real about where we are. And so, I don't know, I ain't had no scale in my house. I had so much. I'm a hoarder when it comes down to clothes. So I have so many clothes that I was just holding on to, that the bigger clothes whenever I start picking up, just pick up the largest clothes in the back of the closet and not really think about. You don't really think about it when you haven't. I'm the type of person that mentally I have seasons where I go through depression. I'm just gonna keep it 100. So sometimes I'll be in a low place and just start snacking and just watching TV and not really thinking about, how much I'm picking on the pounds. And then I find myself to a place I'm like, oh my God, I know when I start picking up, because I like struggle with snoring heavily and all kinds of stuff that be coming on. And so my husband was like, man, you're gonna have to get up. And he gonna love me and whatever. He love me whether I'm obese or not. He ain't never been the type of person that's just gonna make fun of the conditions that I can get in. He ain't like that. But he'll know, you know what I'm saying? He be like, you need to get back, because you get more out of it when you're active. You know that you're happier when you're moving. So he'll begin to remind me like, babe, you ain't worked out in a while. You ain't this and that. And I thank God I got a real supportive husband. I mean, a husband that love me for real. He love me in whatever condition I'm in, but if I ask him to hold me accountable, whether it's for he seeing me and I see myself struggling with snacks or whatever the case may be, I can go to him like, babe, I'm gonna need you to help me out with this. Cause I've been going over here buying too many cakes. And he'll be like, literally, I promise y'all, I used to have a real issue with snack cakes and stuff. And so one day I told him, I said, babe, I need to stop, because I got a real strong history with diabetes, and my numbers were going up, and I knew, that I was in a dangerous place, and I needed him to help hold me accountable. So I was like, babe, I really got an issue with this, and I need you to help me. So he was like, okay. So I was literally one day in the line at the grocery store, and wanted a honey bun so bad. I wanted a honey bun. So we were getting ready to cash out, so I just grabbed a honey bun. He was like, I'm not paying for that. I was like, excuse me? The lady looking at me, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, I know you ain't finna sit here in this store and act like a 50-cent honey bun is really gonna break us. What you mean you ain't gonna pay for it? He was like, I'm not paying for it. He said, you told me you want me to hold you accountable. I'm not paying for that, because you don't need it. And you know what you asked me to do. So I'm not gonna pay for it. My flesh was 38 high. Oh boy, I was so mad with him. I was like, I know you did not embarrass me in that store and tell these people, you tell me in front of this cashier, you not gonna pay for the honey bun that I want. But then the truth of the matter was, he was like, how you gonna get mad with me when you asked me to hold you accountable, and I'm doing what you asked me to do, and now you mad because I'm holding you accountable? Come on now. That's what you asked me to do. He said, what I don't want is for my wife to need insulin. I don't want you giving yourself no shot because you got this habit that needs to be broken. So no, I'm not paying for the honey bun. And I said, you know what? You're right. I don't need you to pay for a honey bun. I don't need a honey bun. And so it started to be, it was a hard thing for that habit to be broke. But now, I don't even look in that direction when I go into the store. I'm not going to give you the illusion and act like I don't snack, because I do. But what I'm saying is, it's not a stronghold for me like that anymore. It's not a point where I'm literally in the store fiending for snack cakes and all that stuff like I used to, because God is teaching me discipline in that area. So I'm better with it because I spoke out of my mouth what I needed, and God allowed my husband to feel what I needed. Sometimes we're not willing to hold ourselves accountable to a thing that we need to deal with. You know that this thing is becoming a problem for you. Only you know what's becoming a problem for you. You need to be willing to be realistic and to be honest with yourself about where you are, and be willing to speak out of your mouth, hey, listen, right now I'm struggling in this area, and I need you to hold me accountable. I've been struggling in this area of fitness. I've been struggling, not because I don't love fitness, not because I'm not capable of it, simply because there's some things that I have to address in my paradigm. It's some mind things that got to be addressed so that I'll get up and do what I need to do. So at the end of the day, I'm out here putting it out here for the world because accountability is something that I need in this area, in this season in my life. Not because I can't do it, not because I don't have a desire, but because there's some things that has to be broken so that I will. So at the end of the day, when you know that there's an area that you need somebody to cover you in, you need to be transparent and you need to say, hey, listen, I need you to hold me accountable in this area, because truth of the matter is my flesh don't want to do this thing. I know I need to do it, but my flesh don't want to do it. My flesh is so puffed up in this area that it's a struggle for me in this season. So I need people who are going to be real with me and who are going to say, hey, sis, I ain't seen you in a while. What's up? Where the video at? Where you at? Because truth of the matter is, you're asking me to hold you accountable, but yet I ain't seeing nothing to hold you accountable with. You ain't doing nothing. So I'm gonna need you to show up. At the end of the day, there come a time in our life where we have to be, you got to keep it 100 with ourselves. You know, the biggest person we try to fool is us. You know, we'll try to make ourselves be in a place that we ain't at and try to give ourselves justification and make these excuses and all this other stuff. But then at the end of the day, the person who suffer is us, because we're not willing to keep it 100. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. The truth, I had to really come to grips with saying, okay, all right, sis, you can't keep coming out here calling yourself Queen Fitness and you ain't doing nothing in the fitness arena. Baby, I'm gonna need you to get that all the way together. I'm gonna need you to really, if you're really gonna bear this name, if you're going to operate in this vein, then you need to produce some fruit in that area, or otherwise I'm gonna need you to move out of the way, because that ain't who you is in this season. And God's like, okay, if you're gonna be this, if you're gonna carry this title, if you're gonna operate in this level, and I don't know who you got to catch me in the spirit, because this is bigger than just me talking about working out. You got to understand that if you really want people to take you seriously, you want to bear these titles, you want to operate in a position, but you don't want to fulfill the requirements. You don't want to do what it takes to really authentically bear the name. Come on now. Let's just keep this thing. Let's just be honest with this thing, because at the end of the day, it's so many people walk around with a name that do not match their character. It don't match where you at in this season, but you still bearing a title. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm like, ooh, God, I hear you. Let me tell you, he was like, I'm gonna need you to come on up. If this is what you want to be, if this the vein you want to operate in, I'm gonna need you to stop justifying, stop making excuses, stop settling in a place, and get up and show up. Get up, show up. All right, you say you want to be this, you say you want to do that, but then when the rubber meet the road, you ain't nowhere to be found. You ain't doing nothing. You want to go viral, right? That's what you say, right? That's what you said. But you ain't creating no content. We just gonna put it to this platform, cause maybe you need to have it from a corner perspective so you can grab what I'm saying. Cause truth of the matter is, and I ain't get on here, accountability is so important and it's so much needed. But when people really begin to expect people fruit, then they get mad. You want to get mad, but at the same time, you want the accolades, you want the rewards, you want everything else, but you don't want the accountability. You don't want nobody to call you on the holes and the gaps that they see. Don't judge me. Quick to say that. Don't judge me. Don't put yourself out there then. Don't put yourself out there if you don't want to be judged. Don't bear a title if you don't want the responsibility associated with the title. Come on now. To whom much is given, much is required. I can't be mad at somebody if they say, girl, how you walk around here calling yourself Queen Fitness and I don't see you doing no working out? I ain't seen you worked out. You ain't worked out this year, but you run around here calling yourself Queen Fitness. Come on here, baby. Don't sit down, have several seats. Stop walking around here putting a name on yourself and you ain't gonna do the work. Stop walking around here with these titles if you ain't gonna produce the fruit. You not gonna be willing to give up and sacrifice and lay on the altar and study. You ain't gonna be willing to do it. Why you walking around here with this title? Why you want people to reverence you in a place and you ain't got no oil? You ain't got no oil. You dry as the Sahara. But you want somebody, oh, nope, not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I promise you I ain't. Nope, because I know it costs me too much. It costs me too much to operate. And I know one thing, I ain't giving myself no unnecessary warfare. I'm not finna sit here and be put in this line of fire for some that I ain't willing to do the work for. Listen, trust and believe me, the shot's gonna be fired the moment you start saying, I'm this, I'm that. And I ain't calling nobody, I ain't calling out no title, y'all. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't calling, I don't want to call no titles, because I don't want nobody to feel like, oh, she in here, she on here trying to throw subliminal messages. And nah, baby. Now listen, let me tell you something. I don't have no time for throwing no shade. I ain't got no time for trying to point no fingers at nobody. Because at the end of the day, charity started at home and it spread abroad. Trust and believe me, ain't nothing that came out of my mouth God ain't held me accountable to first. I don't speak unless I know it's him, because I know that I'm going to be judged by every other word that come out of my mouth. So at the end of the day, I'm going to stand before him for it. So I'm going to make sure that what I'm saying is being led by him. Because I don't got time. It ain't about you. It's about how I got to stand before him with. And I don't want to be held accountable for me just flying off in my flesh, just doing what I want to do. No, I ain't got time for that either. Because at the end of the day, I understand that I don't need no blood on my hands, because I'm not speaking the truth in love. I'm speaking the truth in love. God shine a light on gray areas in our lives. We can't keep thinking, oh, why you think he said in the word that the righteous scarcely make it in? Why he said that? Why was it necessary to be written in the scriptures that the righteous would scarcely make it in? Why? Because so many get comfortable in a place. They want to do just enough to get by, just enough to slide through a place, instead of realizing, man, listen, I need to get my house in order. I need to really line up with his word. I don't want nobody else to miss heaven simply because I wasn't willing to go the distance for God. No, listen, at the end of the day, sin stinks in the nostril of God. And when we come in his presence with contaminated oil and we really ain't really dealing with the root issues. He said he want us to either be cold or hot. He said if you lukewarm, I'm gonna spit you out of my mouth. Think about it. You the type of person, you love coffee, and you know you want it piping hot soon as it come out of the kettle, and somebody bring you some, been sitting on the counter for a couple of hours and talking about, here your coffee go. And you know you had your mouth tuned up, you were ready for that piping hot coffee, and it's cold. It ain't quite cold yet, but it's warm. You gonna spit it out because that ain't what you were looking for. That's the same way when we come into God's presence, we give him half service. We wanna, well, God, this is what I got for you today. No, that ain't what he want. I ain't got time. I'm not trying to be shortchanging God. God been dealing with me about my attitude. He been dealing with me about slothfulness. He been dealing with me about the thoughts. He was like, no, I'm gonna need you to clean your house up. I'm gonna need you to deal with all this stuff, this laziness, this procrastination. All that stuff gotta go. Because at the end of the day, I need to be able to depend on you. I need to be able to wake you up in the middle of the night and you respond appropriately, not put me off till tomorrow. I need you to be able to be so sensitive to what I'm saying and what I'm longing to do in you that you don't miss it. You can't be sluggish and miss what he's trying to do. I'm not trying to, the sad thing is people come, they be hungry. They need a word from God. They be looking for an opportunity for a breakthrough. But because we lukewarm instead of hot like we should, they can't get what they need. They can't get their breakthrough. And they got to leave the same way they came in. Because it's so much carnality, so much drama, so much confusion in his body. And he like, wait a minute. Ain't even no distinguishable difference in his house no more. That vets the heart of God. Come on, man. People ought to be able to know who you are because you behave. Your behavior is separated from the in crowd. What they doing don't move you. You ain't drawn. You shouldn't be able to be up on the latest trends and all the stuff that they got going on because you so caught up in this world. We live here, but we ain't a part of it. At least we ain't supposed to be. We ain't supposed to be. It should be a place where they want to reverence and they want to acknowledge the Christ in you. But because we look so much like them, they don't know who to truly reverence. They don't. The Lord knows. He know what we need, and he know who heart gonna be moved by it. And I know some people might have came through this room tonight and might have just said, I ain't got time for that. She doing too much. That's all right. Keep moving. Cause I ain't for everybody. I get it. But it ain't about me anyway. Trust me, it's about the Lord. At the end of the day, one thing I don't want to do is find myself in the hands of an angry God because he gave me warning and I disregarded what he was trying to do. He sent a word, and God chasing those he loved. Correction is a form. Discipline is a sign that he love you. When he come in and he send a word and he want to bring correction, he want to set order in your life, that's a good sign. That means you ain't rejected by God. That means he love you enough that he'll put you back on the right path. And we have to be so ready to say, God, I thank you that you love me enough that you wouldn't allow me to stay in error. When that lady first came to me back in 2014 and she pointed out where I was, my flesh initially was offended by her pointing out the fact that I wasn't where I need to be. I was out of shape and I was struggling to do something that should have been easy for me. But the truth of the matter is, eventually I reached a place Well, I was grateful. I was grateful because, you know what, I didn't see myself. I didn't realize that I had gotten in that danger zone. And I didn't realize that it could have been another way. I could have left here prematurely. But because God loved me enough that he would allow somebody that I knew that I would take it from to tell me the truth in love, then my life was spared because she didn't worry about my feelings. She worried about trying to help me get to where I needed to be. So many times we tiptoeing around people's feelings and we see them about to crash out. We see them on the edge of taking themselves overboard, and we won't speak the truth in love. We won't help them because we too worried about trying to protect somebody's feelings. Baby, if you see me running into a burning building and you know I'm about to be destroyed because I'm going into that building and you don't say nothing, I'm gonna be more offended by the fact that you didn't say nothing and you let me get burned versus you saying something and helping me not fall into that trap. So what? Don't worry about my feelings. They'll get out. Like them old folks to say, it'll be all right when the swelling go down. Listen, tell me what you need to tell me. Be real with me. So at the end of the day, I can get out of that danger zone and I can live versus protecting my feelings and allowing me to go right on into the pit, right on into the fire. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't let me suffer. Don't let me perish prematurely because you protecting my feelings. But you kept my feelings intact though. But I wasn't hurt because you chose not to tell me the truth. But their lives hurt. No, not gonna be my story. Come on, keep it 100 with me. Let's be real about the thing. So many people, lives can be spared, and so many people can truly experience change if we are open and honest with them. Imagine how many people saw me struggling to breathe, saw me in that danger zone, and they might have said it to other people and snickering about it, but I'm gonna take your advice. Well, to God be the glory. I'm glad he getting you what you need. I'm gonna tell you how many people saw me in that danger zone, knew what was going on with me. They might have had their little private conversations and girl, she let herself go, girl. You see, ooh, what going on with her? But nobody ain't said that. You see me, but you probably could have pulled me back before I got to that place. But because you didn't love me enough, or maybe you love me enough, but you just didn't know how to put it into words. But come on, man. You see how many people you see in their condition. You know that they on the verge of crashing out. You see them in a bad place. Man, you see me out here, and I'm out here acting up in my flesh, and you know I'm doing too much. Pull my coattail. See, now I'm gonna need you to take that video down, see. Cause that video right there, it don't represent us. Even if you gotta do it, get in the inbox and say, I be rocking with you. But that video right there, I can't ride with that one. I ain't vibing with that one right there. Be real. Come on. Keep it 100. Help your sister out. Don't let me be out here looking a fool and thinking I'm in the vein, thinking I'm doing real good and giving him glory, and I'm acting a fool and you seen it and everybody else whispering because I was in my flesh that day and I did what I wanted to do and not what the will of God did. Listen, let me tell you something. We all human. We are human. So don't try to pretend like there ain't days when you might have woke up on the wrong side of the bed and maybe you might have missed it. I promise you, the Holy Spirit don't have to call me. Baby, I don't need you to hit sin on that. That ain't me. That ain't me. That's you. Don't hit sin on that. That's you. That ain't me. He don't have to. I done had been in a mid-sentence, about to finish about to hit submit. And then the Holy Spirit said, nope. Like I told y'all, when I first wrote my version of the book, I got finished. I was so excited. Oh, God, I'm done. He said, no, you ain't. I can't get no glory out of that. You better not publish that. I said, oh, okay, God. Well, I throw it away, Jesus. Want nobody to see that but me and you. I ain't going to put it out there. I ain't going to misrepresent you like that, because I understand that it ain't just my name on the line. It's yours too. When I stand up and I represent you in the earth, people, they're going to be discrediting him, not me. When I get up here and I act the fool and I tell somebody that I'm a minister of the gospel, I tell people, okay, minister, okay. But if you ain't crucified it and you ain't put that thing to rest, you're going to be misrepresenting him. And folks going to be like, oh, Lord. Oh, honey. That how they acting in church now? That what they doing now? Oh, okay. Nah, some things don't need to be named among us. Some things we can't. It might look good. It might, but it ain't good. It ain't where you need to be at. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you. We following these crowds, want to do what everybody else do, want to mimic what we see because it's popular. Yeah, it's trending, but listen, wait, okay, they watching for the living word. Come on, sis. They want, not you speaking, it's test the fruit. That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell you, you better have discernment. You better pay attention. I don't need no motivational speech. I needed to line up precept upon precept. I wanted to match with what he's saying. I don't need your opinion. I don't need none of that. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, I tell you quick, I don't need to give you nothing in my flesh. Because I understand ain't nothing good in my flesh. So if I give you Renata's opinion, you ain't going to get nowhere with that. See, it's the anointing that destroys the yoke. And I understand that. So I understand that if he ain't give me nothing to say, I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't got nothing to say. I don't got nothing on that. I'm gonna be quiet. If I can't take you to the word, I'm gonna be quiet. Cause at the end of the day, I'm gonna be held accountable. I'm gonna be held accountable for the things that I say. And I understand that. And when you understand the responsibility associated with representing him, then you'll handle things differently. We on here tonight, we're talking about accountability. We're talking about recognizing that there is requirements associated with operating in gifts of God. We can't just be out here misrepresenting him and then be mad when folks don't want to come. They don't want to come because they don't see a distinguishable difference. They like you, just like I said, sin stinks in the nostril. You think folks can't tell the difference? You think they don't know? Man, come on, okay? You can pretend all you want to, but your sin gonna find you out. And truth of the matter is, we can't frustrate the grace of God. He cover us and he give us space to repent, but eventually what's done in the dark, it'll come to the light. He give you time and he send warnings. He give you opportunities to get it right. But if you keep ignoring the warnings, ignoring the conviction, you keep quenching his spirit. Every time his spirit come up to cause you to feel uncomfortable with the behaviors that you know don't line up with his word, and you keep pushing the envelope, and eventually you wonder why he brought me to an open shame. He didn't bring you to an open shame. You brought you to an open shame. He covered you. He gave you space to repent. He gave you the opportunity. He keeps sending word after word after word to convict you. But then you just eventually, what happened? You get turned over to a reprobate mind. You get turned over to your own devices because you won't take it. You won't listen. You won't obey. You won't follow what he's saying. It ain't on him. That's not him. It's you. When you get to the point where you set in your ways and can't nobody tell you nothing and you gonna do it the way you want to do it, and then you be mad with him. Mad with him. Why we mad with God? Why we mad with him? When he love us so much that he keep pursuing us. He keeps sending us all these instructions. It's on everything. Whether it's on social media, it's on the TV, it's on the radio. Everywhere you turn, you got folks standing on the street corner. You got it everywhere you go. Ain't no excuse. Ain't no excuse. People hand them out for free all day long, trying to give you the opportunity to study to show yourself approved. But we don't want to do the work. We feel like ignorance is going to justify. There ain't going to be no excuse. You ain't going to be able to tell me, I didn't know, God. I didn't know I was wrong. I didn't know. No. That ain't going to be justifiable. I'm trying to tell you it's not. We have to get it. We got to get it right. We got to get our hearts in tune with the will and the purpose of God. We got to get ourselves to a place where we want our lives. I promise you, if you read the Bible, you'll know him. I'm trying to tell you. And the thing about it is, the beautiful thing about the word is so much life in it. And you'll really realize that it's better than any novel. But we put so much merit in these people writings, we don't understand. But they writings, it don't have the ability to change. It don't have the ability to give us life and help us grow. But his word, man, I'm telling you, when I started to just fall in love with Jesus, they used to talk to me all the time about the rules and all the stuff that come along with it. That didn't draw me in. But what got me was the love. When I really began to understand his unconditional love, that I can't get rid of it. It don't matter how bad I messed up. I can't throw it away. I can't forfeit his love. His love. That love, man, when I understood, man, even while the Bible said while we were yet sinners, Christ died. Christ gave his life for us while we were yet sinners. And it was a point in my life. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a point in my life. The last thing I wanted was some Jesus. I ain't want to hear nothing about no Jesus. I ain't had no time for none of that. But he still pursued me. And even when I was found unfaithful, even when I violated him over and over again, he kept coming back. He kept pursuing me. He kept letting me know that it was going to be okay. It was going to be okay. And being able to find that and being able to know he know everything, all about me, every detail, the things that I can't share with other people about me, he knows all about it. And yet he still chose me. Yet he still pursues me. Yet he still make a way for me. He still got the door still open for me. That for me is enough. That for me made me want to keep getting up and showing up and trying to pursue righteousness, trying to get myself all the way together. I'm telling you, no, I ain't on here trying to make it seem like I have arrived and I'm in a perfect place. And no, it's but for the grace of God. It's because of his love that I'm still in the place that I'm at. I ain't taking that for granted. And I understand that he trusts me. And that right there, man, some people, you mess up one time, you violate their trust and it's over. But man, I know it done been so many times, man, that I done broke his trust. I done did things that I know I shouldn't have did. But then he's still saying, he's still on the right hand side of the Father mediating for me. He's still standing proxy for me because he know that I'm going to get it right. He know that I'm in a place that I'm going to find a place that I'm going to be able to reach that place where he can be able to use me and be honored by being able to use me, because I'm going to submit. And so I'm in a place right now, I'm like, Lord, help me. Help me. I've been walking with the Lord now. I'm 44 years old. So I've been walking with the Lord 23 years. But it's still room. There's still room for improvement. And I understand that. I realize I don't take it. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, this going to be an instantaneous thing. Because I know it's not. I know it's not going to be no overnight thing. But his love, though, he give us the opportunity to improve. And his grace continue. Every day he loads us up with new mercies. And when we understand that and we don't take it for granted, then we don't mind being held accountable. We won't mind him pointing out those things that we need to get right. We won't mind him showing us those great areas in our lives. Thank you for the follow, love. I appreciate you. Listen, I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted that he will shed light on great areas in my life. I'm grateful that he's shedding light on great areas in my life, because I understand that my life has improved, but there's still room. There's still room to grow. There's still room to mature. And I love the fact that he's surrounding me with people that genuinely love him, that'll be willing to tell me the truth, to be honest with me about things that don't quite line up with his word, so that I can be in a place where I can see me. Because see, we see ourselves every day. We so familiar with ourselves that we don't recognize those gray areas. We may not see everything every opportunity where we don't miss the mark. But when we know that these people are telling us the truth in love, then we'll be more apt to say, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to help me become a better version of me. See, I ain't competing against man. I don't care who you is. I don't care what title you is. My only competition is the woman in the mirror. I'm looking at me and I'm saying, listen, girl, we're going to have to get this thing together. I want you to be stronger. I want you to be wiser. I'm dealing with me. Because see, I got enough work to do with me. I ain't got time to be dealing. I ain't got time for no co-hosting today. I ain't co-hosting. But I got enough work, enough room for improvement in my own life. I ain't got time to be trying to sweep around your porch, trying to be dealing with your stuff. Because at the end of the day, when I stand before God, the only person I got to give an account for is me. I can't answer for you. I can't make it in for you, and I can't keep you from making it in. But I can help you. I can be a blessing to you. I can share with you what I learned along the way, and I can impart it to you, but I can't fix you. That's an inside job. That's something you got to do for yourself. And at the end of the day, now we can work on each other. We can work together to try to be better. But I ain't got time to be trying to worry about how I'm gonna get your house in order and my house burning down. Nah, baby, I'm over here. I'm so busy trying to get my stuff in order and get everything laid down like it's supposed to be. I ain't got time. I promise you I don't. But so if you on here thinking that anything I said in this message was about you, listen, trust and believe me, you missed it. You missed it. Because I promise you, I'm so far from that. I ain't got time to be trying to point fingers and throw rocks and hide my hand and do all that. No. Because I understand. Now I'm judging you. That same judgment gonna fall on me. Because I'm putting you out there. I'm trying to pull you apart. And then here I go. I'm in the same light. I'm held to the same account that you held to. Now I'm on here. I'm trying to encourage hearts. I'm trying to pour into you what he's pouring into me. Because I understand that we stronger together. I understand that one could put 1,000 to flight. And two could put 10,000 to flight. And if I stand 10 toes down with you, baby, listen, we could be victorious together. Please believe me. We could be victorious together. I ain't got time. We on the same team. What I'm sitting here fighting you for. And I know You supposed to be, I ain't got no time for friendly fire. That ain't how, that's the world system. That ain't how we operate in the kingdom. That's not kingdom. Come on. We are held to a higher standard. And I'm by no means, am I not saying that we don't hold our leaders to a higher standard. But what I'm saying is, the truth of the matter is, if I'm going to operate and I'm going to say I'm a leader, then my focus need to be on me leading. I can't force you to lead to the standard that you're supposed to lead to. I understand to whom much is given, much is required. And if I want God to use me to the capacity that I desire for him to use me to, I'm going to have to come up. I'm going to have to deal with the root issues inside of me. I'm going to have to make sure I address my heart so that my heart is clean, so that I don't be bleeding on the people. I ain't trying to bleed over on nobody. I ain't trying to cause nobody else to be contaminated because I ain't dealt with me. So I'm dealing with me. I'm getting myself all the way together so that when people come into my live or come into my conference or come into a service where I'm ministering, they ain't got to leave here and get on the altar because I done spilled over all this contaminated stuff into their life. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be a stumbling block offense for nobody. I'm here out of love, out of obedience to God. And I don't want to have to stand before him because I don't let his sheep astray. Not going to be my story. I can't speak for nobody else. I'm held accountable for me. And that's enough. That's enough. Yes, the souls that are assigned to me, I'm responsible for making sure I teach them the truth, making sure I pour into them his stuff and not mine. I get that. And I ain't afraid of being held accountable to that extent. But at the same time, I can't make you get right. I can't make you do what you need to do. Now I can tell you the truth in love and what you do with it. Once I release the word, that's on you. That's on you. I ain't responsible for it. I'm only accountable for if I don't say what he tell me to say. But if he tell me to say something and I don't hold my tongue and I do what he said me to do, I'm good. So y'all, I done got my walk in. I done did my sermon on the mountain. Whatever the case may be. But I appreciate you guys for coming into the room, for helping hold me accountable. Because I promise you, baby, woo, you right. You can lead a horse to water, but you sure can't make him drink, honey. I promise you, you can't. And I done learned. I am not dragging nobody. I ain't dragging nobody. He said, can two walk together except they agree? I understand that the only way we're going to be able to walk together is we on one accord and we together. We in the same place in the spirit. I don't mind walking with anybody who want to walk with me, but I promise you, you ain't finna hold me back. You ain't finna pull me down. None of that. Thank you so much. I appreciate the gifts, love. I appreciate you coming into the room. But I just came on just really for accountability. Just to get somebody to keep me company while I'm out here, get my 2-mile walk in. I exceeded my own expectation, but I expected that I would. But I'm just here. I'm just here to encourage hearts and to just pour into you guys. I'll be back tomorrow evening when I get ready to get on the pavement again. But I just hope y'all have a blessed and productive night. Truly, I know that God is good. He is worthy of all the honor and the praise, and we have to keep him in the forefront of our mind, and we have to make sure that we submit it to his will, doing it his way, so that he can get honor and he can get glory out of the lives he's calling us to live. So many times we just cause people to miss heaven simply because we won't get ourselves together. And so I don't want to be a stumbling block of offense for nobody. So I'm here and I'm like, God, help me. Help me get myself together. Help me get my attitude right. Help me deal with them thoughts that are not acceptable in your sight. Help me make sure that my words are edifying. Help me, Lord God, to be somebody that you could be proud of and not somebody that you want to tell me to sit down somewhere because I'm misrepresenting you. I'm not trying to be that way. But I'll be back at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for those who want to come back into the room in the morning, I don't know what the Lord gonna give us, but trust and believe me, I'm gonna be obedient to whatever he give, and whatever he said me to say, I'm gonna say, because I'm not gonna be held accountable for none of that. But I'm in the community, get ready to go home, be with my husband. Y'all have a great night. I appreciate you. I'm out.